In 1787, 55 men entered Philadelphia. They were not the people. They were the property owners, the merchants, the creditors. And what they wrote was not for you. They told you it was freedom. They told you it was law. They handed you a document and hid what was inside it raw. The framers had an agenda, built on land and built on gold. The secret was embedded in the very words they wrote. And so the preamble said, we the people wake up to the light. They counted souls as illegal. 3/5 drew the line. Wake up to the light. Power stayed in their design. The Constitutional Convention was locked behind closed doors and sealed. No press, no public, no record released until Madison died and the notes revealed. James Madison wrote his own hand to the real division in the room. Not small states versus large states, but the slave states guarding Bloom. Yeah, the 3/5 compromise of 1787 was not a mistake. It gave slave states extra seats in Congress for people they did not rate. South Carolina and Georgia threatened to leave before the ink was dry. So northern delegates bent the argument and watched the truth pass by. Article 1, Section 9 locked in the slave trade for 20 more years. Congress could not touch it, could not ban it, while the silence fed the fears. George Washington enslaved 317 people when he signed. Thomas Jefferson held over 600 and still called all men a line. Article 4, Section 2 made escape a shipment to return. A human being on the run became a property to burn. They told you it was freedom. They told you it was law. They handed you a document and hid what was inside it raw. The framers had an agenda, built on land and built on gold. The secret was embedded in the very words they wrote. And so the preamble said, we the people wake up to the light. They counted souls as illegal. 3/5 drew the line. Wake up to the light. Power stayed in their design. The Electoral College was never some innocent tradition. It was built to pad the slave states with a quiet kind of position. More bodies on the ledger meant more weight in every race. So the ones in chains still help select the hand and held their place. And every clause was guarded like a fence around a field. Every compromise a toll gate where the human cost was sealed. The Bill of Rights came later in 1791. And speech for white male landowners was the promise they had spun. But ask the ones in bondage what that promise ever meant. When the paper spoke of liberty and liberty was rent. Ask the mothers on the auction block, the children torn apart. Ask the names they never wrote down. Ask the scar inside the heart. History was polished clean, then taught like it was pure. But a rotten root still feeds the tree, and the lie was in the core. Read the footnotes, read the names, read the blood behind the fame. Segregation can't heal the wound until it sees the wound's own face.